Hello everyone, my name is Shashu Tiwari and this is going to be the episode 3 of JTTT. JTTT? No, JTTT. So, in the first episode, uh, we discussed about what exactly is JTTT and how are we going to achieve or how are we going to go from uh, 0 to 1, which is our intermediate goal, or the not just the intermediate goal, is the overall goal, to go from 0 to 1. So we discussed how we are going to pick um, how we are going to pick a path that we are going to stick to for uh, the rest of our lives, and after thorough analysis and research we finally decided to go through the finance path. Okay, and inside the finance we discussed about how are we going to really get that capital, and how are we going to make our first $1,000, and um, all of those baby step um, things, like the process that we have to go through in the sorry, the process that we have to go through in the beginning so that we can take our first major step. So that is all that we discussed. And where did we left? So we left at deciding the prop firm that we need to choose, uh, the prop firm that we are going to use, and then after we decided that, we needed to find the asset that we are going to choose, and then so these two things we completed those, and then what's left is, I think it's just the overall psychology. My thesis, my take on the psychology part, what I think about this. Now, how are we going to take positions? How are we going to take decisions and all of those stuff? So in today's episode, what we're going to do is that we're going to go through my POV about the psychology and all of those stuff. How are we going to proceed? What I think about this, how I think about this, and how are we going to incorporate my POV into the real actionable part. So that is the whole summary. And now let's start with what I think about winning the whole game, what I think the whole game is about, and the things that we need to keep in our mind, and all of those stuff, so that we can really build up a principle that we are going to base our whole system upon. The base on which we are going to build our the whole building or the skyscraper. So so let's start. So I open my paint. Okay, so we are going to do all the discussions over here. Let me save this. uh, Folder. What we are going to call this? Blueprint. And blueprint, because the things that we are going to write from now onwards are going to be super important, because we need to really look into these things from time to time to remind ourselves, or just to realign ourselves to the path that we initially choose. Okay, so let me discuss about the game, what the game is all about in my POV. Of course, there are 8 billion people, and there are 8 billion different perspectives, and all 8 billion of them are right in their own places. So this is going to be one of them. Let me drink some water. Ah. Okay, okay. Let's start by defining gambling. What exactly is gambling? Uh, I think the main factor when we say the word gambling is is luck. That we are lucky, or that we do not know, or we do not believe in our skill of achieving a certain outcome, and since we do not believe in our skill to achieve that outcome, we rely on luck. At that point, our skill becomes our luck. And hope. Luck and hope. These two, luck and hope. These two are the major things that, uh, like, these two are the major composition of the word gambling. When our skill is luck, and yep, that is all. Okay, luck and hope. Let's start with an example. Let's say let's say this is a circle board with numbers written over here, and let's say there are numbers written over here. Let's say like 1 2 3 4 5 6 or whatever, like 1,000, 10,000, 5,000, 6,000, 0. And no, let's say that all of them are 0, and this is going to be um, a one this is going to be $1,000. So, and now you rotate this. Okay, you rotate this, and this is you. At So this is going to be you, and I'm going to mark this with an arrow, so that, and this is going to be the company which operates this business. Let's assume that this is a business, and this is the company that operates uh, this business. Wait a sec. Delete black and white, and this is going to the business. Uh, yep, better. That operates this. This is going to be the business that operates this. Whole service of this. Let's just say this is a service that they provide. Now, what they say is that you give us $100, and we will give you an opportunity to spin this wheel, and if this 1K stops at your direction, or at the arrow, then you win the 1K. But if the wheel stops at any other section, then you lose the money. Then you lose the $100. So now the guy comes in. Okay, he is the gambler. He doesn't know physics. He doesn't know any of that stuff. So what he does is that he spins the wheel, thinking that, okay, if my luck is good enough, then uh, this wheel is going to stop uh, in my favor. So this is what the guy thinks. He relies on luck and hope. So this is what we call gambling. Okay. Now, Let's incorporate the term percentage over here. Let's say that this person has a 10% chance of spinning, and the 1k stops right over here. Let's say that is the case, and he only has a 10% chance of winning. Now this is only luck. Okay, this is only luck. But and now you may ask that what like how did I calculate the 10%? Now this 10% chance of winning is the edge, is the edge by not by is the edge of this person spinning the wheel. So the while spinning he may calculate about no I'm going too far. I'm going too far. Let's take a step back. So what the guy does is that he relies on luck and hope, and he spins. Okay, and he spins. And then most of the times the 1k doesn't come over here, and the company keeps on making $100 per person. Okay, some people try like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and all they are relying on is luck. They don't have an edge. They don't have any edge whatsoever, that if they spin the wheel, then instead of relying 100% on luck, they can rely 80% on luck and 20% of some sort of on some sort of actionable skill that actually exists. So now, okay, so this is all about gambling. Okay, this is what gambling is. But let's now take another situation where we are going to modify this gambling by taking off the 100% dependency on luck and reducing this to just 80%, okay, and shifting the remaining 20%, not over here, but and shifting the remaining 20% on some real actionable skills, okay, 20% skills. Now in the game of spinning the wheel, we so let's think about what skills can we use to really provide ourselves with an a bare minimum of bare minimum like 20% edge, or 20%, or yep, just 20%. What skills can we use or develop so that we may have like some no, my English, I haven't spoken for like many months now, this language English. That's why I'm having these troubles. I'm not able to convey my message. Anyways, so we need to find some sort of actionable skills that is going to really help us, logically help us, bringing the or stopping the 1k at our direction, or to our direction, or on our direction, I don't know. So that may be physics, or the force that this person applies based on the current status or the current position of the 1k. Okay, so physics and force. So a person B who is at home and who saw this opportunity, okay, and what he does is that he creates this replica at his home, and he develops a skill, maybe that consists of physics and force, and he uses that to spin the wheel, and then adjust his the amount of force that he may apply to move, or he will apply to move the to spin the disc. Okay, and he learned that if the 1k is right over here, I'm just gonna use 70% of my power to spin the wheel. If it's over here, I'm gonna use 60% if it's over here, I'm going to use 100% of my strength to spin the wheel. If it's over here, I'm going to use yeah, I'm going to use 40%, and it's over here, then I'm going to use 35% or 30% of the strength. So this guy at his home tries to master this skill, okay? And at the end of the day, after 1 month of practicing at home, and after collecting the the exact statistics and data, he comes out with the conclusion that he is right about 20% of the times. So out of 10 times, he is right 8 times. Sorry, he is right 2 times. Let me erase this. Black. Oh shit. Oh no 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 no. Eraser. He is right. What's this? I'll just leave that. So he is right 2 times. He is right 2 times. And he loses 8 times. Now, if this guy loses 8 times out of 10, that means he need to have, or he gave the company, the gambling company or the casino, $800. Okay, and he's right 2 times out of the 10 times. So that is going to be $2,000. So that is going to be $2,000. So the total win is $1,200. This is the edge. This is the edge which separates this man and this man. Over here, he is relying 100% on luck. And over here, he is relying 20% on his skills and 80% on the rationality of his winners and losers. So let me draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now these lines represents the number of spins okay. This guy wins 2 times out of 10 spins. Now, most probably, the 2 winners are going to happen anywhere in between the lines. It may be a once over here and once over here. It may be 2 consecutive winners. It may be the last 2. But we can never predict how how the winners and losers series is going to look like, and it is never going to be constant. It is always going to be dynamic. Sometimes, like in the series of 100, in the series of 100 spins, in the series of 100 spins, we are going to have uh, 10 different series of lines, and in each of them, the series of winners and losers, that is 2 and 10, is going to be different. In the first line, it may be right over here, and right over here. In the second one, it might be here and here. Now, what we need to understand is that, let's say the first winner is right over here, and the second winner is right over here. That means in the first 4 tries, we are down $400. Okay, now this is the exact moment when we need to, when we need to be strong. This is the exact phase when the psychology part takes over, and you might start to think that your edge does not work. This is the exact time because you're down negative 400. So this is the exact area where we need to remind ourselves that our edge is working and will work. All we need to do is that we need to take the 10 positions, and out of these 10, any 2 positions are going to be winners. Now we can never ever predict when the winners are going to happen. Now what might also happen, let me draw another set of 10s. What might happen is that of instead of counting winners in a set of 10s, what might happen is that we may now have to count winners in a set of 20s. So that will be 20% of 20 is equals to 4. So that means we are going to win 4 times out of 10. That means out of these 20 lines, any 4 random spins are going to be winners. It might be just one over here. And 3 over 1, 2, and 3. But at the end of the day, we are still profitable. Now, this is going to be the toughest of them all. You know why? Because you are going to have consecutive losers of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you lost just 5 times, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you will say that, okay, my strategy or my statistics, if my statistics were to be right, we needed to win 2 times out of the 10 positions, but now we only won 1. But in this case, we need to broaden our total number of spins, and the total, what we call that, the number of sets. We need to increase that from 10 to 20 to increase the chances of happening. To increase the chances of winning. I mean, to broaden the rationality. So this is the exact area that we need to master to keep our heads straight in a disastrous situation like these. Okay, we lose 5 times, or maybe what may happen is that you may lose all the 10 positions, and in the second set of 10s you may win 4. You may win 4 out of 6. Maybe this one, this one, this one, and this one, but you lost over here. But at the end of the day, you made the same amount of money you would have made if you won over here, over here, over here, and over here. You would have made the same amount of money. The only difference is the psychology, and we need to accept the rationality. We need to accept the randomness of the winners and losers and the losers. Sorry. So now we understand in a broad aspect, or in a broad POV, what exactly are we aiming for. We are going to incorporate the exact same principles, that is acceptance of the ultimate truth, and the ultimate truth over here is randomness. Number 2, acceptance of belief in our system. Only these 2 things we need to believe in, we need to stick to. Now let's um, Let's draw a line. Now let's look this in terms of in terms of short-term investment. In terms of short-term investment. Now there are two options for us when it comes to short-term investment. A, we either buy, and B, we either sell. So this is going to be long and this is going to be short. Okay? Let's say that the chart looks like this. Let's say the chart looks like this. Okay? And you took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You took 10 positions. Now, why did we take positions right over here? It is going to be our edge. Okay, it is going to be our edge, our system, which dictates us to either buy or sell at a given price. And we are going to discuss about the edge in our work just in a little while. Not in a little while. We are going to discuss that in few minutes when we complete the psychology or the basic pillar. Oh. So you took 10 positions based on your edge. Now let's talk about the risk reward. So in each positions you are risking $100, but in each position that you win, you make $200. Okay? That means if you lose, you only lose 100, but if you win 200. Let's say your edge provides you a winning rate of 40%. That means out of 10 positions you lose 6 and you win 4. That means 6 into 100 is equals to 600. 4 into 4 4 into 200 is equals to 800. So net displacement of 2, that is going to be 200. It will minus over here, but we need to swap them. So at the end of the day, or at the end of 10 position, you are standing with a net displacement of $200 or net profit of $200. Okay? That means out of these 10 positions, you won this one, you won this one, you won this one, and you won this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And you lost this one, 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 and you lost this one. So you lost 6 times. and you only won 4 times. So, and we win 4. So at the end of the day, we made $200. So this is just like the spin. This is just like the spin. The price or the entry price that the broker takes from us is going to be $100, and this 1K is going to be $200. Your skill, okay, your skill, that is this one, provides you a win rate of 40%, which was 20% in this case. That means out of 10 times that you spin the wheel, you stop the wheel precisely at least 4 times. And instead of this 1K, there's only 2K. Sorry, only 2. Yep. Instead of 1K, the actual reward is only $200. So this is exactly the same. Now you may ask that the only difference is when do we start the spinning of the wheel? When do we actually spin the wheel? Or over here, when do we actually take a position? Or why do we actually take a position? Now this parameter is going to be given by our edge. And by edge, I mean the I mean the execution system. Now the execution system is going to provide us with exact time when we spin the wheel, and it is going to also provide us with the exact time, not the exact time, yep, it's only going to provide us with the exact time when we spin the wheel, how we spin the wheel. That is its job. Okay, I hope the psychology is clear. Now one thing we need to understand is that this is all random. The winners or the sequence of winners and losers are going to be random, and we need to totally rely on our luck. We need to totally rely on our luck for this, because we can never know when the winner or loser are going to happen. It may be consecutive winners, or it may be consecutive losers. It may be consecutive either both. So what's the best series for us? The best series for us is a mixed one, that is every 3 position or every 2 position we win once. That is going to be um, the perfect rationality that we desire. A mixed one, not a cluttered one. You know, consecutive winners or consecutive losers. Both are dangerous in their own ways. Okay, that means this is going to be all random. And now, if you win here, doesn't necessarily mean we're going to win over here, over here, over here, over here. We might win over here, and over here. But then that doesn't mean that we're going to win the next one or lose the next one, because we can never know. All that we know, all that is in our control is managing the risk, that is this one, and managing this one, and managing this one. So next, we are going to discuss about the execution system, the system that is going to give us our edge, the system that is going to give us our executional timing. When and why are we going to take a position? The next is going to be the executional layer. So, and we are going to continue that in our next stream, which is going to be in about 10 minutes.